Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Gulfstream G700 and G800 engines earn EASA certification. One dead in Reno air race accident. Possible rebuild of Antonov AN-225 Mriya considered. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Gulfstream G700 and G800 engines earn EASA certification. Gulfstream has announced the all-new Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines by which its G700 and ultra-long-range G800 aircraft are to be powered have achieved EASA certification. Gulfstream President Mark Burns remarked, quote, "The certification of the Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines for the G700 and G800 is a significant step that brings us closer to delivering these game-changing aircraft to our customers. We are seeing a high level of demand for both the G700 and G800, and they are set to lead the upper end of the ultra-long-range distance segment with their unique combination of range, speed, and cabin size." End quote. Rolls-Royce's Pearl Series engines are evolutions of the company's BR700 family of turbofan power plants. Developed jointly by BMW and Rolls-Royce, BR700 series engines are manufactured in Dahlewitz, Germany by an entity known as Rolls-Royce Deutschland. The Pearl 700 is a direct descendant of the twin-shaft BR725 turbofan, but improves on its ancestor's 16,900 pounds of force output with a takeoff thrust rating of 18,250 pounds of force, and an accompanying reduction in fuel consumption of 3 to 5%. Gulfstream's G700 boasts a nonstop range of up to 7,500 nautical miles and a high-speed cruise figure of 0.9 Mach. The aircraft's cabin features 4 living areas for up to 13 passengers. And after the break, 101st Airborne veteran Peewee Martin passes at 101.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor. A commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some other interesting stories. 101st Airborne veteran Peewee Martin passes at 101. The 101st Airborne lost a member with the passing of Jim Peewee Martin at age 101. Peewee held his own in the legendary 101st Airborne Division, parachuting into Normandy on D-Day and serving throughout the European campaign. Martin remained active in keeping the memory of his friends alive through the twilight of his life, lending his assistance to a series of projects from media like the Band of Brothers series or bringing attention to the Commemorative Air Force. FAA rejects Airlines' request to reduce ATP flight time requirement. The FAA has denied Republic Airways' request to halve the flight time requirements for graduates of its Leadership in Flight Training Academy, a Part 141 flight school operated by the Indianapolis-based air carrier. Eligibility for airline transport pilot certification, the highest level of pilot certification granted by the FAA, is predicated upon myriad factors, including an applicant's having logged a minimum of 1,500 flight hours. All Part 121 and most Part 135 air carriers require their pilots to hold ATP certification. Russia contends Starlink is aiding Ukrainian war effort. Cognizant of the Ukrainian military's tactical utilization of SpaceX's Starlink communication and data satellite network, Russia has alluded to retaliation. Russian Representative Konstantin Vorontsov, a former acting deputy director of Russia's foreign ministry, stated, quote, "We would like to underline an extremely dangerous trend that goes beyond the harmless use of outer space technologies and has become apparent during the events in Ukraine, namely the use by the United States and its allies of the elements of civilian, including commercial, infrastructure in outer space for military purposes," end quote. Applications open for $20,000 RACCA UPS scholarships. Applications sponsored by the Regional Air Cargo Carriers Association are being accepted for those interested in becoming a pilot, AMT, or airline manager. The $20,000 in funding is handed out by the RACCA and UPS Flight Path to help rejuvenate the industry with fresh, aspiring talent, particularly in the current economic climate. It's no secret that many would-be professionals end up left on the table for lack of funding, unable to finish their certification or ratings to take their career to the next step. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. 1 dead in Reno Air Race accident. The Reno Air Racing Association confirmed that a fatal accident occurred on Sunday, September 18th during the third lap of the event's Jet Gold race. In a statement shared on social media, the association's chairman and CEO, Fred Telling, asserted, quote, "We can confirm that during the Jet Gold race on the third lap, there was a fatal incident at Outer Pylon 5 today. There will be an investigation conducted by the NTSB and the FAA. All other pilots landed safely and race operations for 2022 have been suspended. We express our deepest sympathies to the pilots' family and friends, as well as racers and race fans who make up our September family," end quote. The lost aircraft, a single-engine Aero-L-29 Delphin, went down at approximately 15:45 PDT, impacting the ground in the vicinity of a residential area. The pilot, Aaron Hogue, was the aircraft's sole occupant. No bystanders were injured. A YouTube live stream captured the crash as it occurred. The video, in accordance with the dictates of decency, has been removed from the Reno Air Race's YouTube channel. And after these messages, possible rebuild of Antonov AN-225 Mriya considered.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Are you tired of tucking your phone under your headset to make a call and having cords and adapters strewn about the cockpit? Experience wireless cell phone communications and your personal music with Pilot Communications BlueLink 2. BlueLink 2 gives you a wearable link to 2 Bluetooth-enabled devices at the same time and can even control your phone and music. Use BlueLink 2 with your existing headset or a Pilot Communications headset from pilot-usa.com.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
Welcome back. Possible rebuild of Antonov AN-225 Mriya considered. The Antonov AN-225 Mriya is arguably the world's most recognizable and famous strategic airlift cargo aircraft. At least it was until February 2022, when it was destroyed ostensibly by Russian forces during the Battle of Antonov Airport, an early skirmish of the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian conflict. There are new claims that the Mriya will be rebuilt. Antonov parent company Ukroboronprom declared the AN-225 would be rebuilt. Quote, "The restoration is estimated to take over $3 billion and over 5 years," end quote, Ukroboronprom brass asserted. Andriy Savenko, a former AN-225 pilot and aviation author, posits, quote, "It's impossible to talk about the repair or restoration of this aircraft. We can only talk about the construction of another Mriya, using individual components that can be salvaged from the wreckage and combining them with those that were, back in the 1980s, intended for the construction of a second aircraft, end quote. The second aircraft to which Mr. Savenko alludes was to have been another AN-225, albeit of a slightly modified configuration. Construction of the second AN-225 was halted following the breakup of the Soviet Union. Dmytro Antonov, who served as the AN-225's captain during the aircraft's February 5, 2022 final flight, maintains the AN-225 project can be organized in 6 months to 1 year, and the Mriya Rebuild in approximately 2 years. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!